Yo, pronounce it like the letter, don't say it at all. It's your boy S, and this is Esz Reacts. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more content. Coming up next, myself and the King of the North talk about this whole conspiracy thing with Kendrick Lamar in the Super Bowl. We're going to discuss that. Coming up next, Esz Reacts. Channel my brain and go against the grain. I think I can move while I'm lifting. Drip with force, the energy towards positive vibes is what I need.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
We back. So this video is courtesy of Jalopy Hip Hop off of TikTok. Hope I'm pronouncing the name right. If I ain't, I apologize. All right. So let's react.
So Kendrick Lamar decided to perform Peekaboo, which is interesting because he could have performed a Hey Now or something like that that's charting higher than Peekaboo, right? But I noticed he performed this song standing in a giant X. Do y'all remember?
Yo, I didn't even notice that until like when people started pointing it out after the whole Super Bowl, even though they probably showed it, but I really didn't pay attention to that part. I didn't even notice that was even like a game controller or whatever like that. I didn't notice. I thought everybody was trolling when they was talking about it online. You know what I mean? Did you notice?
No. So I'm gonna tell you what all of this meant real quick before we go any further. So basically, the whole performance was Kendrick Lamar in a American simulated game. That's all it was. So Samuel L. Jackson was the narrator for the game. So when Samuel L. Jackson came on, he said, "Welcome to the Great American Game." So basically, as the black man character, he's the black character in this white game. You know what I'm saying? The Great American Game is the white game by this black character who's Kendrick Lamar. But if you pay attention, in the beginning, he put a code in. The code was for unlimited armor or unlimited lives.
Okay.
So when it started, it was a code being put in. You first watch the Super Bowl. You go and do that code in GTA. That's the code for unlimited armor. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So he put the code in. Samuel Jackson was going through it and he said, "Welcome to the Great American Game." You know what I'm saying? And he plays Uncle Sam. What he was trying to do was basically tame Kendrick and tell Kendrick, you can't be doing these things in front of these people, because what happens is these people don't understand what you're doing. You have to be controlled. You have to be a little bit more docile. So if you watch the Super Bowl, you notice that Kendrick, when he did songs like Luther and all these nice songs, he said, "Yeah, that's what they want to hear. They want to hear that." You know what I'm saying? But then when he went back to doing the songs that people didn't like, no, you're doing it wrong. You don't supposed to do that. So that's basically what it was.
Wow.
Basically, he was saying how people are being controlled in this country through music, and we have to do a certain thing the way they want us to do it. But he was being defiant, and he basically broke out of the game. That's basically what it was all about. And at the end of the Super Bowl, it said, what? Game over.
Yeah, it did say that. Then,
Like he broke out.
So now I'm understanding a lot more now, because a lot of people try to make it seem like it was more or less like it was so much more of him just trolling Drake and dissing Drake. But
No.
I didn't look at it that way, but I also was trying to figure out what else. What I was trying to decipher what else he was saying in there besides what I already broke down before, you know. And now what you just said gives me a little bit more clarity, because people were trying to say, oh yeah, he's just stepping on Drake. So he really just wasn't doing that. You know, it was a bunch of random things going on.
He he was he basically he did troll Drake, but for the most part, the meaning of it wasn't about Drake. It was just he slid that in there. You know what I'm saying? He built it up to it, but even in the beginning when he said the revolution won't be he said the revolution about to be televised. Because before Gil Scott Heron, he was saying the revolution isn't going to be televised. Kendrick said it is going to be televised. You got the right stage with the wrong guy. So basically, like, I'm that guy, but I'm not going to follow along with what y'all saying. I'm gonna do what I want to do. If you watch the Super Bowl and you just watched it, you don't even have to watch the performance. Just listen to what the words is being said. Every time he does something, Samuel L. Jackson corrects him. If he does something that Samuel L. Jackson think that, because Samuel L. Jackson is America. He's portraying to be America. You know what I'm saying? He's the narrator. He's America. So basically, when Kendrick performs and he does something, Samuel L. Jackson corrects him. No, you didn't do it like that. Oh no, that's how. Yeah, do it like that. That's what they like. And then he does something like, oh no, don't do it like that. That's too much. That's basically what it is.
Man, like you gave me so much more clarity, bro, because like everybody kept talking about this whole game controller thing, video game, this and that. I was like, yo, what video game? What are you talking about? And then now when you explain, and then I see, yeah, so it is a game. Now I understand now. I was like, all right, yeah, man. Yo, this guy is so creative, man. Like he'd be out of the stratosphere when it comes to thinking, man. Like I did not pick up on it until late. And then when you explain it to me and break it down, now when he says it, it makes a lot more sense. Well, yeah, let's continue.
Remember the theory that was going around about the song Peekaboo? About how it was a reference to how Drake possibly had something to do with the assassination of XXXTentacion? I didn't know how much I believed in that theory.
So I remember we was talking about it before we had the issue with the vid. So what were you saying now? So basically him, Triple X, and Drake had issues. They were going back and forth on Twitter. This started over Twitter.
So basically how this whole thing started between X and what's the name? So basically, just to sum it all up, X did a couple of joints. He let Drake hear him. He got locked up. When X got locked up, he came out of jail and he heard Drake basically stole his song. Like he got a song like and Drake stole that. So he said, yo, he really stole my music. He stole my joint. And he was saying how much he going on Drake's nigga and all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then I believe he posted a picture of, I'm not sure if it was Drake's mom or something like that. He posted a picture because ADDICTZ was friends with Triple X. And he posted a picture and ADDICTZ said, yo, I don't think you should do that. It was a picture of Drake's mom with something on her face. I don't know if it was his mom. It was somebody. I can't remember if it was Drake's mom, but it was somebody with something on their face. And I guess he deleted it and said he was hacked or something like X, right? So what happened was a little bit later, he was saying how if something happens to him, it's Champagne Poppy who did it. And I believe that post is still up.
Damn. Man, oh, this is too much, man. Yo, this is too much, man. This is rough on the ears, man. For real, bro. Like, damn. Oh, now I can understand why so many people, like, I already understood why a lot of people were mad at Drake, but now I could definitely understand. Like, the more I start digging deeper into this rabbit hole of Kendrick Lamar, Drake, stuff, I'm really starting to see that, yeah, man, this dude is diabolical, man. Like,
Mm.
man, let's continue, man. I got a lot to
Yeah.
say after.
Even though some of the points made kind of, they kind of made sense. Not to mention, I feel like it's kind of, obvious, especially because Drake's name was brought up in that case. You see what I'm saying? But Kendrick Lamar is kind of basically like, there's no way this is coincidental. This can't be coincidental. You see, especially with somebody as intentional as Kendrick Lamar. For people to go around and talk about these theories and then he performs Peekaboo, a song he didn't have to perform inside a giant X. Let's say hypothetically Drake ends up getting caught up for that. This just gains so much more points for the halftime show. Does Kendrick know things and he's setting up Easter eggs for the future? This is crazy. If you love Kendrick Lamar and you love that Super Bowl performance,
Well, I think you summed it up. He definitely setting up some Easter eggs or doing something, because all that was explained just now, I did not know nothing about it. But like I said, the deeper I get into this rabbit hole of Drake and Kendrick history, I'm starting to see stuff and hear stuff that I ain't never known ever. Like, I somewhat heard of the whole situation between him and Triple X. I somewhat heard about it, but I never really like paid much attention to it until now. And then when you broke that down to me and told me that, then I'm like, wow, like, you know what I mean? I mean, you would hope that, Drake really don't have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would really hope, because like if he does, man, he's fried, man. He's over. Like, he think his career is done now? Nah, his career really gonna be done if it comes to like parts like he actually had something to do with that. That's overkill, man. Like, that's all bases wrong, man. Right. So
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I hate to say this. I'll probably be the first to say this, but I give Drake about another year, probably less than that, and something's gonna happen. I don't want nothing to happen, and I hope it ain't nothing bad, but I'm telling you now, something's gonna happen. Mark my words, bro. It's like, you ever had this feeling when you know something is gonna happen? I feel like that's the road we're going down with him. There's too much going on, man. You're beefing with the record labels, same record labels that some say got Mike and Prince out of here. You really think that you're going to survive? Like, I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't know.
that's
But yeah,
wild.
that's what that whole thing was.
Yeah, that's wild. Like I said, man, I had no idea, man. I had no idea, man. I was just wondering, like, yo, why does everybody keep talking about this gaming controller stuff? Like, I was like, it didn't register. It didn't ring a bell. Now it rings a bell, So I'm gonna try to dig deeper into it and then see what else, content that could be, you know, talked about, man, because it's crazy, man. Let me ask you this: being that we are mental health specialists, you know what I mean, in that field, right? Do you think there's something mentally wrong with Drake?
I definitely think that he has grown. He has grew into some type of mental disability. If you're almost 40 years old and you're still making music for young adults and you haven't grown up, to me, you are suffering from some type of mental blockage. Not to say he's psychotic or he's like, you know what I'm saying? I just think that his maturity level hasn't grown and he's still stuck in his adolescent stage, teenager stage. He's not carrying himself as a man. Now, if you want to say that that's contributes to some type of mental illness, I guess I don't know, but I do believe that he doesn't carry himself as a upstanding man. He doesn't.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and it's funny, right? Because what was I gonna say? It's funny, right? Because you saying that because they had there's a video and now I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know if it's real, so I don't want to say it's a real video, but there's a video of floating around of a drone like spying on Drake. Is that a real video or is that AI?
I don't know. I put it up on my page though. I don't know. I don't- but some people say it's fake. I don't know.
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
front. I'm not gonna front, man. It looked like AI a bit, but if that's AI, man, that joint is scary because for the
I don't look like me. Like I don't like.
now the
I
only
don't know.
reason why I say it could be AI, yeah, but the only reason why I say it could be AI is because when he caught the drone, he threw a shoe at it, and then the way he was acting, it looked like it was scripted or something like that, or
Could have been scripted AI. It
yeah,
could have been like this to keep his name relevant. Because
yeah,
Drake does stuff.
hmm
He does stuff to keep his name relevant. So
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. That joint was extra weird, but you know. All right, folks, it's your boy S, along with King of the North. It's S Reacts. We'll be back with another one. Hey, listen, this video will be also on the Sketchpad reaction channel. I know you guys have been asking for more reactions as far as that channel. We are going to bless y'all real soon with some more videos over there. We have been rebuilding and trying to get this thing moving, so we're ready. So we're gonna drop more videos on that channel. This video will actually be on that channel as well. S Reacts, King of the North. We'll be back with another one.
Please like, share, subscribe.